You get it? Exactly.
Interesting. I see. So that's one caution there. You can be under a media house, a political media house, but still do your work.
But sometimes you can't also do your work because listen, you have to eat. You're hungry.
So
No. What I'm saying is you're hungry in the sense that listen, you work at a TV station where the agenda for the TV station is to put a political party.
Okay.
Before you apply for the job, you knew it. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
If you want to be neutral, you shouldn't have gone there. If you really want to be a journalist and you want to say the truth and nothing but the truth, you wouldn't go there. Because you know there's an agenda to push this, and you go there to do otherwise. Come on. You can't be putting one object into a square hole.
Mm-hmm.
That's like it doesn't work. You understand? So once you know what you're doing, that's why every single journalist that makes a statement and go like, it was unintentional. You are lying. Every single thing you do is intentional. Because you know that as journalists we plan.
Mm-hmm.
We plan to execute.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't tell me you're and you just say it. No. Every single thing it comes back. It's a cycle. It goes back. It's planned and executed.
I see. Is a certain government intolerant of criticism?
Why do you ask me this question? Don't ask me this question, please. It's a tough one.
Let's be real to ourselves.
Yeah, I'm being real to me. I don't know about you though.
Okay,
I'm being real to myself.
Okay.
But you know, let's be sincere.
Mm-hmm.
Have we been able to arrest anybody who was involved in Swaley's death?
Not yet.
Have we even been able to say that? Okay, not even arrest. Have we been able to even point a finger at somebody yet legally that this person has been accused of the death?
No.
I've asked you two questions, and I've only gotten two different answers, two same answers. Comes down to no. Let me ask you this question again. They say there's something called freedom of speech, right?
Mm-hmm.
We know there are limitations. But when we hear people talk on radio and they're like, something what happened, and they're jailed.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you can answer for yourself.
I can't answer for my audience.
Maybe you can answer for yourself.
No, I can't answer for my audience.
I'm giving examples.
No.
You know.
Examples doesn't give
And you've answered it. I mean, I'm giving
I was just saying that. No.
You know, it's sad.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's sad, and I don't blame government. I blame TJ. No. I don't blame government. I blame GG, and sometimes our head of the media houses. They like to quickly, issue a disclaimer. We didn't send him to go and do this. We didn't go and do this. They
I'll come there.
rather fighting for themselves rather than the media houses. That's like,
I will come there.
you know, when something happens, GG, they release a statement. They go to sleep, man. They go to sleep. Let me tell you this. These are not my own words. These are the words of Liz Hayfonasari. She's a media consultant.
Mm-hmm.
And she tells me, even the GGA has a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know why?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a president?
Yeah, we do.
Who?
I found one.
We don't. Do you know why we don't? Because he's only serving as an interim. Because we don't have the time that he served. It's over. It's gone. It's over.
Mm-hmm.
Have we voted?
No.
Do we have a new president?
No.
So even our body can't even manage itself. How much more individuals? Come on. Let's not do this. Come on. Come on.
I want to tackle that, but I want us to speak about this national security issue. Of late, they have been brutalized, allegedly brutalized. I want to use the word allegedly.
Who put them there? Are they really security men? Are they really like certifying national security?
So let's look at
the question.
Let's look at what happened to Kalipunda, and then Zomia, and then Emmanuel Jafo from Modern Ghana.
Oh, I was with him 2 weeks, about a month ago, Jafo. Shouts to you, brother.
So let's look at what happened to them. I was listening to the narration of what was done to them, and I'm like, why?
Let me just ask you this.
Uh-huh.
Do you know what happened to Umar Sanda?
Mm-hmm.
His car, he was just driving through town. They stopped him and they searched his car, taking the stance out. Like, what were you looking for? What were you looking for?
Is it a crime to be a journalist?
Maybe here in Ghana it's a crime. Maybe, because I have had my own share of it. And I told you, I've had my own share of it. You know?
But do you ever feel threatened?
Of course. Of course. Listen, I say that sometimes one of the most difficult works you can ever do is journalism. One of the most difficult works you can ever do is journalism. Even individuals who call themselves viewers and listeners, the way they can attack you sometimes. I've had people call me and threaten me a couple of times. You're on TV and you think you're on TV and you think you are. I like your reaction. Yes. So maybe the same way we keep doing mob injustice to people because we feel like they are criminals. Maybe they feel we are criminals as journalists by telling the truth. So they keep attacking us. Have you asked yourself why people stop doing journalism and they go into PR and communications work? Have you ever asked yourself that? Because maybe it's a corporate institution. They only go and file the report on paper, and they go their way. But here you have to say it for the whole world to listen, and once you say it, they come at you, and it's a problem. So I'd rather leave journalism and go and practice public relations, PR, or some communications job somewhere, and I'll be okay. Nobody come after me. Quiet life. I'm good.
Don't you think it's time that government puts a cap to this on this national security whole thing? I mean, it's
government
becoming too
cannot
much.
put a cap on it. Government can only regulate it, and we need to have a law that says that listen, when the government comes to power, they cannot touch or bring new people. Because now they will tell you that people will tell you that some security personnel that I've spoken to, even Deep Sani will tell you that listen. Most of the guys who are in national security are foot soldiers. I'm saying this because listen, when the MP were having their constituency election just last week, people were arrested. They came dressed in police uniform, casting their votes. Are they security men? Are they national security men? Are they policemen? Are they military men? Why were they dressed like that? And even if they were, why were they voting? Don't we know that policemen are supposed to be voting? I mean, they vote, but then it's a political party. You only see policemen voting during general elections. Do we see them voting during national political party delegation, conference and all that? Exactly. So ask yourself, where are we? I mean, come on.
There's so much work to be done. It's too much work to be done because wow. What will you make on the case that journalists are being threatened and the people who make their threats go scot-free?
I won't say scot-free. One way or the other, they'll be judged one day. So it's not scot-free. It's called karma. Yeah, you'll be judged if you brutalize it. The journalist. Yeah, I'm talking to you. But I think government should act more. We need government support. We need to feel safe. Because I don't feel safe.
What do you think government should do to make us feel safe in the practice of our...
Support us.
How?
When something goes wrong. What happens to people who... When Omar Sanda was sick, then nothing was funny. He felt... What happened? Caleb Kuda. So what happened? Nothing. I'm not... The first man I got attacked, I told my newsletter. It was like, let's report them. I was so scared because I was a young journalist. I told the police, can we just let it go? I was scared. And not today. Anytime I see the person, he hands me. Yeah. That's how bad it can get. They'll tell you to grow for tough skin. And they'll tell you, no, there's nothing like bad publicity. Because one way or the other makes you famous. I don't want that. I don't want to associate with he was beaten by a policeman. And no, please, I want to be known for reporting the story I want to be known for reporting the good story that got a public official who was doing bad ejected from office. I want to report a story that brought out into light the rot that was happening in somebody's office, or I want to report a story that saves a life. There are a lot of stories out there that sometimes I feel like I should even stop reporting on politics and current affairs. We should start doing humanitarian journalism, like reporting on children who are begging on the street and people being raped and all that. Maybe that'll bring me peace, because I don't get to
But do you think, because Manasseh is doing something like that, Manasseh is doing something like that, and still he feels threatened?
Yeah, he will threaten because, I mean, he's going after people. You live in a country where even when you can't even say, come on, don't let me say it, please. Okay, so yeah, he'll definitely he'll feel threatened.
You made a point
Going
that
on, yeah.
media house owners and GJ sometimes they don't help us.
Yeah, we need to feel protected.
We
We need to
didn't
feel
send
like,
you an assignment, you went on your own.
yeah, because I want to clear their name and clear their stations. Eh? But once you see, and I'm always going to praise Samens of CTN TV for this. When the issue of Caleb Kuda came up, did you see how swift they were to defend him and all that? That is it. It makes you feel safe. It makes you feel like, yes, I belong. Sense of belonging. We don't have that. Sense of even ourselves. When it happened to Caleb Kuda, what did we do? Nothing. We didn't say it. We just sat on TV and spoke about it. Blah 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 blah. But nothing happened. That's our problem. Even ourselves. Like, get a problem right now and see how many journalists will tweet about it or talk about it. They can only go, I can't forget it.
Efia Pokoya's case is no exception.
Yeah. In fact, listen, Captain Smart, Afrikansi, Caleb Kuda, Zoe, Omar Sanda, may rest in peace, Swali,
Kaba.
even Kaba, even what's the name? Even this guy,
Kaka.
Parker Wilson.
Kaka.
Parker Wilson
Yes,
of Joining,
yes.
my very good friend. He was slapped by.
Oh,
He
yeah.
was compensated. I mean, he was compensated. Because the station also reacted and followed up.
Oh, yes.
You understand? That's it. That's the energy. That's the energy. Energy, film and vigor. You understand? So even when I'm going out to report a story, you know, like, yes, you have to back in it, so you go and borrow. But it doesn't mean you have to go and do gaga or slap you here. They'll beat the hell out of you.
It'll over you.
Yeah, they'll over you. They'll over you.
Oh, interesting. So, has this kind of fall in rank, is it a wake-up call to Ghana's democracy?
Yeah, the democracy is in tatters. It's in tatters. I mean, if it wasn't, it wouldn't be 60. This is a 100% drop.
Mm.
Listen, 100% drop. Imagine going to school and failing exams, 100%. So this is it. Our situation. This is it.
So what?
100% drop in journalism in Ghana, a country that was seen to be one of the best democratic countries in Africa, has dropped 100%. Yeah, it's sad. We need to go for a funeral. We need to organize a funeral for ourselves. I like how you're wearing black. We already have the funeral. We are dead.
Dead as a nation or dead as journalists?
Dead as journalists. I mean, how? How? Come on. Let's be a bit tolerant. Let's help ourselves.
So the NC and NMC and NGJ, finally, are they operating as professional entities?
I can't say professionals or not, because every single affluent entity has their own code of ethics and how they're supposed to operate. Okay, and they also have their ways, their rules and regulations. All we are asking is that, listen, help us help you. Help us in the sense that help us not to be beaten and help us not to be brutalized. And we help you say good things about you. Okay. Once I know that GJ is going to help me get maybe 10,000 Ghana cedi if coach slaps me, then I know that I'll be safe. Or I know that if GJ, if somebody slaps me, I can report to GJ and I'll be supported. I'll feel safe. We love GJ. That's why we are part of them. We love them because it's an association. They'll come and help you and all that. And I've interviewed him for money a couple of times. He's a good person. I mean, nobody doubts that. But we need a little bit of action. More talk, more action. Or less talk, more action. The more action and less, the less action and more talk is too much. You're tired. Yeah, you ask like politicians too much. Okay. I mean, let's help ourselves.
Interesting. Yeah. What would be your final words to our colleague journalists?
My final words is the fact that we are saying journalists, okay, need to be given all the freedom they want in the world. Doesn't mean they should go out there and report uncensored stories. Please make sure that you go out there to tell your stories, tell stories that touch lives. Stories that doesn't cause fear and panic. Stories that are truthful and factual. Don't just go out there and just speak or puke anything or puke whatever it is because you think you have backers of the company. When a problem comes and it's bigger than the company, you have yourself to be blamed.
Over you.
Go over you. You should name your show, it go over you. Because the show has overed me.
Oh, interesting.
But I enjoyed every bit of it anyway.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I'm grateful for your invitation. I mean, yeah, I'm honored to be in your presence.
Do you have social media handles?
Yes, so on Twitter it's at Bright Amaning _. The Amaning is AMANIN just together. Bright Amaning _ on Twitter.
Okay.
On Facebook is I think it's Bright NK Amaning.
Because you're not a regular person on Facebook.
I used to be until somebody introduced me to Twitter,
Okay.
which is O2. He introduced me to Twitter, and now going on Facebook is headache for me because I'm always on Twitter. Twitter is fun. Ooh, so I Twitter. It's nice.